back. One day I'll be able to get through a Final Fantasy stream without crashing. But today is not that day. Here we are in the middle of Naname Variance Dungeon. Let's continue. Zombie horde. You pushed me. Could I die? Question mark. What is show of strength? If you step in it, you jump too. Oh. A tragic end to a valiant warrior. He at least seemed unaware of his affliction. Still, I must wonder how long this fallen hero slumbered here, incursed on death, trapped alone in this forgotten tomb. Though we worship different gods, I shall offer up a prayer for his peaceful repose all the same. Shall we make our return then, sister? There seems little reason to linger here. We've uncovered much and more, plenty enough to occupy my thoughts for the time being. You have my thanks. Shadow cast a zealous card. Potsherd and Deceiver's Diamonds. Shines bright like diamonds in the sky, but is actually old slag. Ah, that was exciting. Mistress Squish, all done with your assignment then? Glad to hear it. I'll inform the workers that they're free to head back into the tunnels. Oh, and before I forget, I have a message for you from Lady Kokoshu. She wishes to meet you by the quicksand upon your return to Uldar. Safe travels, miss. Welcome back, Mistress Squish. As Kokoshi might say, "'Tis I, Nanamo. Did I fool you?" My lady-in-waiting yet plays the role of Sultana, but we reasoned it odd if Kokoshi were to enter my chambers and never emerge. Thus the disguise. It also affords me a way to speak with you without the usual royal fanfare. As for our expedition, that was rather more taxing than I had anticipated. What I had planned as a simple sating of curiosity has given me much to consider. Few are aware of Uldar's historic alliance with the Amaja. The fortifications we saw are undoubtedly remnants from that period of cooperation, a chapter of our past that has long been kept from the light of day. I've been afforded a tangible glimpse into how things once stood between us, and as we continue our struggle to repair ties with the tribes, I am encouraged that they will one day be so harmonious again. Such revelations aside, I cannot help but dwell upon the fuss which mother and father made of the choices I would make, and the paths I would take. Other places of import yet lurk behind these portals, of that I am certain. Yes, I should very much like to conduct a more thorough exploration, when time and circumstance permit, of course. Aid me in mapping out this underground enigma, and you will find me a very grateful Sultana. In this very moment, however, there are several dreary affairs of state which demand my attention. I believe Kokoshi wishes a word before you depart, so pray abide here a while, if you would. Keep well, sister, and we shall meet again soon. Welcome back, Mistress Squish. Ah, lest you wonder, I promise I am the real Kokoshi this time. And I am Kilfufu, Kokoshi's assistant and fellow trusted confidant. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As part of Her Majesty's, inner circle, I simply had to come along to offer my thanks in person. Yes, we are most grateful for your steadfast presence. I worried what would happen when the Sultana first laid out her rather reckless plan. Yet she has returned to us not only unharmed, but invigorated. For the sake of Her Majesty's well-being and our continued peace of mind, we hope that you will agree to further forays at her side. We were also informed by Mistress Momodi that the Gleaner's Guildship was instrumental in facilitating our request. When next you visit Sharlayan, please do pass on our warmest regards to Shallow Moor. Considering your tendency to range beyond the reach of ordinary mortals, I was not at all certain that our request would reach you. We do appreciate Shallow Moor's zeal in tracking you down. You can immediately play cards with him. I've heard that Kokoshu is actually Her Majesty's cousin. That certainly would explain their similar features. Alright, back to old Charlian. We also need the colour back. Here we go. All finished with the job then, sister? Mistress Momodi called to thank us and let us know that you'd arrived in Aldar. So, the little lady-in-waiting sends her regards as well, does she? They sure know how to make a girl feel appreciated. Oh, I should probably give you a nudge in Osmond's direction. He's been scanning the crowd every few moments, hoping you'll be back to regale him with the tale of your odd-job adventure. If you've the time, I'm sure he'd be thrilled with any scrap of story you care to share. Survey record unlocked. The survey record is now available within the Dungeon Finder in the Duties section of the main menu. New entries will be added to the log as you complete each possible route through the variant dungeon. Let's have a look. So here is the Finder. Did I miss something? In the duty section of the main menu, within the Dungeon Finder. I'm squinting. Is the record simply the duty finder? Question mark. Oh, this little diamond here, I suppose. Sildar survey record. The Armaja constructed Zaharak when they came to join Aldar in purging their undead infestation from the subterrane. And if Zaharak was their main war camp, then the old fortification we passed through would have served as a forward base. The question then is, why did my parents gift me the means to visit these rusted defences? In my late father's possessions was a diary which made reference to irrefutable evidence of the alliance. Mayhap there is more to the place we have yet to discover. In life, father was a staunch opponent of the edict to banish the so-called beast tribes. Arrayed against him were the monetarists, who sought to preserve their special concessions and privileges by ousting their competitors. 'Twas with the backing of the syndicate that they overruled the Sultan's will and forced their proposal into law. Unwilling to concede defeat, father intended to take the battle to the court of public consensus. His weapons would not be easily forged documents
or records, but physical proof of the Amalja contribution to Uldar's continued prosperity. Then the accident happened, ending his plans to appeal for harmony ere they could truly begin.
Which brings us back to the mention of evidence. I know not what form it might take, or indeed if it yet even exists, but should a thorough search of that forgotten base provide us with clues, we were on the cusp of brokering a lasting peace with the Al-Marja. If I can but discover this elusive proof, then the aspirations Father had for our nation might finally become a reality. Ooh. So that's just one diary entry of all of these possible finds. There's so much to collect. I want to go again, just for fun. First, sister, how fare your adventures? You, wouldn't happen to have any you'd like to share, would you? Sildin Subterrane? I am passing familiar with its history. And Mistress Momodi's client had you exploring this network of tunnels and aqueducts. Fascinating. By your description, this mysterious gate's floral motif sounds very much like a Jabura. Gabura? Jabura. Or daisy, as some prefer to call it. That's better. Shallow Moore is our resident botanical expert, so I can only tell you what she's told me. That daisies are a common sight in Uldar, having adapted to thrive in Thanalan's arid climate. I've also read that the Royal House of Thorn had something of a special relationship with these blooms. And was it not during the Thorn dynasty that the Sildon waterways were purged of zombies? Curious. The Thorn shadow flickers, ever present at the edges of your tail. I understand you are not at liberty to tell me everything, but even the abridged account has been absolutely captivating. A sealed gate, the hidden paths which lie beyond, the kind of perilous locales a poor combatant such as myself would read about but never hope or wish to visit. Deep beneath Uldar do mighty guardians dwell, but what have they been placed to protect? It practically bleeds intrigue. Yes, I'm ready to write my adventure epic, and it will be set in the dank passageways of the Sildon Subterrane. But let me think a moment. Anything lurking in mouldy aqueducts for an extended length of time would surely deteriorate as rust or decay set in. Putting aside the question of how long they've been down there, is it not reasonable to expect the inhabitants were once far stronger? Perhaps strong enough to challenge even the indomitable sister, eh? With you as my muse, this book will all but write itself. The VNC dungeon has been updated with another dungeon. Criterion dungeon. Cannot add members. Ah, this is the savage version of it. Or
Well, maybe not savage, but a bit harder. For the full party. Exciting. Minimum item level 610. What do you get here? Silden silver. Something to do for the future. Do you show me what we can get yet? Yes. So, we got some pop shirts. We got 3 from one run. And this is... oh, this is the spy outfit. Very smart. And an emote. Definitely gotta get the emote. What else? And this is the silver from the Criterion dungeon. We can get an enchanted throne for 100. Alright. Let's try one more time and take a different route and see what happens. As a warrior this time. Three more gates. It would seem we have a choice to make. Do your instincts pull you one way over another? If I were to listen to mine, I find myself drawn to this one. Ah, she picked a different one. Okay. Oh, we've picked the same gate. That settles that then. Who knows what we'll find? 'Tis to be expected the aqueducts should have their share of vermin, if you might play the role of exterminator. Do I remember how to play warrior? Alright, here we go. And in mere moments the way is clear. Hardly an inconvenience for our champion.
Have we reached a dead end? Surely you do not expect me to cross that rickety thing. Slowly then, and no rocking the bridge. Steady now. Do not bounce or jounce. Wah! I specifically requested no rocking, bouncing or jouncing. Gods above, I was almost pitched over the side. Courage, Nanimo. Quick steps. That gate looks awfully heavy. Let us try the handle and hope these gears and chains do most of the lifting. Left. Oh, it opened. I worried it may have rusted shut. You must be deep in the heart of the aqueducts. This looks like the same boss, so it should be okay. Hello, Shin. How are you? Are you enjoying the variant dungeons too? Oh, he's getting me. Gotta remember I'm not a healer right now. Careful, sister, that machinery is still working. Ooh. They're going to blow the barrels. They're going to blow me! Unexpected. Nobody saw that, okay? We are never to speak of this. Shin says, good morning, I haven't done too many routes yet. It's really nice that there are so many different ways to go. So many things to collect. Alright. Warrior Fee! We can do this. Don't get blown off the edge. Careful, sister. Okay, we know we're gonna get blown this time. So it will be this way. The switcheroo!
We did it, gang.
Whew. That was exciting. The size of your opponent matters not, it seems. A reassuring thought as we delve further into the unknown. Not that way. The debris seems impassable. We've wandered into some antique dining hall. A rich setting indeed. One might even say palatial. Ooh. Quite an expensive abode. Shall we try upstairs? Hello, Dragon Fangs. Good morning, how are you? Dragon Fang says, I've been enjoying the variant dungeon a lot more than I thought I would. Of course, this is the Sylvan Royal Palace. Look at this banner. Snakes? Why must it be snakes? It's always snakes. I love partying with Naname. She's super cute. Rune. And there, the throne of Sildar. How fortunate we are to have made such a historic discovery. The sentinels still guard their post. Remarkable, 'tis still in pristine condition. This is very different from my last run through. Ah, I've seen such contrivances before. We must balance the scales ere we can proceed. Simply a matter of selecting the correct weights. Surely you recognize one or two of the symbols, yes? Grapes. It's gotta be grapes. Scales of judgment. Yes. Left pan, okay. Let's see if we can get this right. A gem. Nanamo will be very cross with me if I don't. Grapes. No. What do you think, Nanamo? That was not the right answer. No. I'm sorry. Did I disappoint the immortal flames? Shin says, I've never done this even right. Even in the ARR dungeon. going to go and inspect the flag after this. Well, right or wrong, the door lies open. That's right, we just smash, right? Smash doors. Ooh, pretty. That gap is rather wide. Barring some unlikely acrobatics on my part, I am afraid we are at an impasse. Oh, but what of these levers? Their position seems highly suggestive of their relation to yon yawning pit. Conspicuous levers. Which lever will we pull? Always left. Gracious! Would they haul the boulder up the ramp every time? Still, I must say it makes for a stable bridge. Lifeless Legacy, Gladiator of Sildar. This is a different boss. Hello. That grape embossed helm. 'Tis the mark of a Sildan forged gladiator. Oh, it hurts. What is this? He seems awfully wrathful. There's a meter. Okay. Right. That's in front. So this time it's 1, 2, 3. Nope, no idea. Okay, okay. Strong is secure. Alright. Let's try that again. Okay, what is this? So that looks like it was a circle and then an outer circle. Right? Got that. That was in front. Going to be the same as 3. Shout, they have more boulders up there. We know this. The rush of might. On your guard, sister, he wields his rage again. 1, so up to there. Ah! And the other side. Okay. So this would be 2, 3. Everything up to 3. Got it, got it. Sunded remains. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh. That was all at once. Will I get this? Is it just a little one? Yeah. I would not have believed anyone could topple that silver-skinned brute had I not seen it with my own eyes. Judging by the sentinels we've encountered, 'tis clear Sildar's military was a force to be reckoned with. They were said to boast many skilled warriors, and the helm on their flag represented their philosophy of martial right. Yet their nation was buried neath the sands all the same. Such irony that it be uncovered by Sultana of Uldar. Shall we call it a day here then? I believe we've come as far as we can down this particular path. Let us rendezvous back in Uldar, where I would like to thank you properly for your untiring escort. Well, that was exciting. We don't actually have to go to Uldar for her though, do we? If we've done it already. Phew, that had me sweating. And we have another little diamond in our lore. Raising the flags. When we came across the banner of Sildar, so alike to our Uldan flag, I was reminded that the first sultans of those warring nations were twin brothers. Yet the reason behind the design's similarity has naught to do with sibling imitation. In Baladia's time, 'twas the flame of magic and the fruit of knowledge which sat the scales of judgment. Uldar took the flame as its own, balancing the scales with the gem of affluence, while Sildar claimed the fruit and set it against the helm of might. Each thought himself the rightful heir, and thus did both raise flags depicting the bounties of Baladia. Both included a symbol of strength, but the difference lay in its interpretation. Uldar believed in the potency of its magics, Sildar in its military might. The gladiators who train in our Colosseum are mayhap the closest embodiment of Sildan philosophy. In fact, reflecting on the encounter now, the fierce gladiator construct lurking in the palace depths could not have been more apt, a more apt incarnation of their beliefs. From the exquisite embossment of grapes upon its formidable helm, to the way its gleaming form, the same silvery hue as Sildar's scales, illuminated the subterranean gloom. Through all these years did it stand patient guard, faithfully serving a master, centuries dead, and a nation long since fallen into ruin. 'Tis enough to turn one's mood melancholy. Lots more to collect. I wonder how many fun new fights there'll be inside. But yes, that's, I think, enough for today. A break is due. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you next time.